Hey there, welcome to your yoga practice. My name is Sarah and I will be guiding you through today's flow. I like to say my flows are not beginner friendly, not advanced intermediate friendly, they're you friendly. So take what works for you today and leave what doesn't. Hopefully, you should leave your mat feeling a little bit stronger, maybe a little more flexible, and with a deeper sense of peace and calm and depth of the breath. That's enough chit chat. We'll go ahead and get started today. Getting started in child's pose at the back of your mat. Big toes come together, knees can go out nice and wide to the edges of the mat, or they can be in for a little more support on your low back. Whatever version you take, start to allow the torso to fall forward towards the mat, stopping at the elbows if that's the depth that works, or maybe going all the way down to the forehead. Wherever you land, allow the hips to be heavy on the heels, maybe rocking back and forth slightly, or already finding stillness. Using this moment of arrival in the practice to let go of whatever happened before you got to your mat and to stop worrying for these few brief moments about what needs to happen after you leave your mat. Use the weight of your body in this child's pose to really start to arrive in the here and the now. Take a nice deep inhale, hold it for a moment, exhale out the mouth. One more like that, maybe sinking a little deeper into the pose on the exhale. So inhale, bring the breath down into the belly, hold it for a moment, exhale, let it go. Seal the lips and set the intention to breathe in and out through your nose for the practice. We'll stay here for a couple rounds of breath with our normal natural breathing still. But as we begin to flow and move with the breath, listen to it. Use that as your guide. If the breath at any point becomes short, choppy, use that as a signal to back out of the pose a little bit. The breath is the guide. One more round here. Beautiful. On your next inhale, lift the torso and begin to walk over towards the right side of your mat, keeping your left sit bone grounded and heavy on that left heel, starting to get a side body stretch on the left side. Feeling the breath travel from the left fingertips down through each and every rib. One more round of breath here. Your next inhale, lift your torso and walk it through center over now towards the left side of the mat. That right glute stays glued to the right heel, and we're getting a stretch and lengthening out of the right side body this time. This side might be a little more flexible, a bit more space, or maybe it's tighter. Whatever it is, begin to work with and deepen the inhales from the right fingertips down through the side body into that right hip pocket. Your exhale sinks you deeper. One more round here. Your next inhale, lift your torso, come back through center and stay for one round of breath, really sinking into this child's pose and setting your intention for your practice today. Why did you show up to your mat? What are you going to hold on to stay focused and grateful for the practice? Look forward, making our way up towards tabletop, and take a few moments to bring the knees in, wrists underneath the shoulders, and take some intuitive movement, whatever your body's asking for after that semi-long child's pose. Maybe lengthening the legs, hips side to side. Listen to what your body's asking for and know that it can take the time to give it what it wants. Eventually, we will all meet in neutral tabletop, pressing through the inner part of the palm. I like to think energetically bringing my thumb and my index finger together, this like squeezing motion to get into the knuckles and out of the wrists. Pressing down with the shins and the tops of the feet, thinking length between the hips and the ribs, waistline up and in. A lot's going on in just the tabletop. Couple rounds of cat-cow. So inhale, pull the heart forward. Exhale, press away. Think armpits to hips. A few more rounds with your breath. Inhales, feel that compression. Exhale, opposite side. Getting some length and some movement into the spine. They say your spine is a reflection of really how old you are, meaning if you have strength and flexibility in the spine, generally you're in a pretty good spot. One more round here. Coming back to neutral tabletop, taking a nice little wrist stretch. Fingertips will walk out to face the long edge of the mat. Begin to rock side to side here. This might be enough, or you can begin to keep tick-tocking the fingertips to face the knees and take little circles. Whichever option you take, keep the pressure in the knuckles out of the wrists. Opposite direction if you're taking those little circles. Keep rocking side to side, pausing where there's any intensity. Maybe you need to breathe a little bit more into that space of the forearms. Beautiful. Start to walk the fingertips to face back forward. Left palm will face up, so top of the hand goes down. Opposite side of the stretch in the wrist. Little circles here. Keep hugging the waistline up and in to protect the spine. The shoulder blades are spreading down the back. Opposite direction with those wrist circles. Or I suppose shoulder circles to open up the wrist. Flush that out. Let it go. Shake it out. And opposite side, the back of the right hand comes down. Right palm is facing up. Little circles here. How is your breath? Opposite direction with those circles. Really starting to move with the breath as we're going to begin flowing once we're done warming everything up, opening everything up. Feeling the breath behind the nose. And let that go, shake that out. Beautiful. Inhale, pull the heart forward, cow. Exhale, tuck the toes, press back, first downward facing dog. Maybe spreading the feet to the long edges of the mat, pedaling out the legs. Just feeling what the backside body is feeling like. And then this first down dog of the practice. Keep pressing through the inner part of the palm. Think wrapping the shoulder blades down, almost as if your armpits could touch. Bringing the shoulders maybe half an inch forward to lock them more into place, but keep the head hanging heavy. 2 more rounds of breath here. Pressing through the balls of the feet. So much so that as the heels are reaching down, the toes might come off the mat, getting a little more engagement in the legs. A bend in the knees is totally fine. 1 more round of breath here. Beautiful. Look forward towards your hands. Take little baby steps with the feet until you arrive in a forward fold at the front of the mat. We want toes pointing forward, hips width distance, so that's like 2 fists in between the feet. Inhale, pull the heart forward, lengthen the spine, maybe press into the legs with the fingers. Exhale, fold. 2 more like that. Inhale, head goes up, hips go back. Exhale, bend. 1 more. Inhale, up. And this time we'll stay for a couple exhales, pressing down through all 4 corners of the feet. Again, a bend in the knees is okay as long as we're engaging up through the thighs. Kneecap is lifting. Thinking up and over with the torso, hollowing out the belly. Continuing to open into the back line of the body. One more round of breath here. Your deepest inhale yet. The slowest, calmest exhale. Taking a couple rounds of breath to come up to standing. And what I mean by that is just come up nice and slow. Really feel the feet press down into the mat. All the muscles engaging in the legs as you begin to straighten them out. The tilt of the pelvis. Each vertebrae stacking on top of the previous. Eventually arriving in this Tadasana mountain pose. Rolling the shoulders a couple times. Eventually, the shoulders are back and down. The fingertips are reaching for the mat. The hip points are slightly pulling up. Low ribs are coming down. So it's like this wrapping motion of the front side body. Chin is slightly tucked. Crown of the head reaching towards the ceiling or the sky if you're practicing outside. Again, so many adjustments, so many things to think about and engage and work with and lock in to simply stand. It's amazing about yoga. The simplest things can sometimes be the most complex. And I'd say that the same about life too. So give yourself the opportunity to really arrive and create integrity in this mountain pose. Beautiful. Inhale, arms up. Stay for the exhale, creating space between the ears and the biceps, reaching through the fingertips, but pulling down with the shoulders. Keep that waistline hugging in. Kneecaps are lifting. Inhale. Exhale, forward bend. Let it go. Push that air out. Inhale, head goes up. Exhale, plant the hands, step back through a plank, and we'll hold this plank for a couple rounds of breath. If plank isn't working for your body today, drop the knees. Totally fine. Wherever you are, keep that waistline pulling up. Keep the breath deep. Keep pressing through the hands, almost rounding the back to spread the shoulders. And just breathe. Hugging muscle to bone. 1 or 2 more rounds of breath here. You got it. Inhale. Exhale brings you straight back, downward facing dog. Maybe bring the toes in just a little bit. Heels are reaching for the mat. Armpits are reaching towards each other. Pulling the shoulders slightly forward. Dropping the head. 3 rounds of breath here. Feeling the back chain of the body strengthening and opening up. Feeling the breath continue to deepen. This ebb and flow of energy in on the inhales and energy go on the exhales. 1 more round here. Keep the left foot planted on the mat. Inhale, reach the right leg just towards the wall or the space behind you. So it's not all the way up. The ball of the foot is pulling towards that as you keep pressing evenly through both hands. Squeezing muscle to bone in the legs. Inhale, reach through that right inner thigh. Exhale, step it through near the right thumb. Coming into a low lunge, dropping the back knee down, untucking the toes. Pressing solidly through this right foot, and once you feel grounded here, come on up into a low lunge. Keep the hip points pulling up, and once you have that integrity in the pelvis, not dumping into that space, allow yourself to sink forward towards this front heel. Hands can be on the knee like this, or hands can be up. Taking whatever works for your balance, for your body today, and we'll stay here for a couple rounds of breath, really getting into this left hip flexor. My favorite thing is allowing time and breath to open up a posture. What that means is we don't need to get into low lunge and immediately be in our deepest expression. Stay for a couple rounds of breath. Allow the body to open up into the pose and feel all the nooks and crannies getting breathed into. One more round of breath here. Beautiful. The hands come to frame that right foot and bring that right knee back to meet the left. Knees go out wide, taking child's pose for just a moment. You can be active in the arms, fingertips tented up, almost pushing the hips back against the heels. Feel the difference between the left and the right side. One more round of breath here. Look forward. Bring that right knee back in between the hands, so stepping it through. From here, lift this back knee, the left knee, so we're in a runner's lunge. Once you have your balance, squeezing your inner thighs together, pressing evenly through both feet, come on up into a crescent lunge. Maybe straightening this right knee for a moment, getting high on the ball of that back foot, and from here, settling down into the pose, feeling all the shakes and balance as we're standing for this first time. Hips are pushing slightly to the left as the right hip is pulling back, left hip is pulling forward. Hands can be at the waist, or again, arms up. How high can you lift through that back inner thigh? And how deep can you get into this front knee? One more round of breath here. Inhale. And as you exhale, start to lean forward. The fingertips come in front of this front foot, so much so that eventually that left leg goes up in the air, arriving in standing L. Wanting to keep the hips even here. So what that means is drop your left hip so it's in line with your right, but keep lifting through that left inner thigh. Good adjustments. One more round of breath here. I know your right hip is talking to you. Inhale. Exhale, left foot meets the right foot, forward fold for a moment. Inhale, head goes up. Exhale, bend, fold, and bend the knees. Keep the bend in the knees as you inhale up to chair. Hips back, shins back. Stay for the exhale. Arms can be forward or hands at the heart. Wherever you are, keep this wrapping sensation in the torso. You can see the toes over the knees, and toes are light. Inhale. Your exhale, straighten those legs, go straight back to a little baby back bend. Pressing down with the feet, hip points coming up, sit bones going down. Relax your glutes here. We want more work in the legs, less in the glutes. Heart space is open and light. One more round of breath. Your inhale brings you up. Exhale, hands down through the heart and down by the side. Stay here for a moment. Feel the difference between the left and the right side. All right, let's go see how the other side is. Eyes open, inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Beautiful breath. Inhale, head goes up, lengthen the legs. Exhale, step back through a plank. Stay for the inhale. And your exhale brings you back downward facing dog. Take 5 rounds of breath here. Continuing to open up. Notice the difference on the left and the right side. And now you know where we're going, but allow it to be its own experience, meaning don't rush to the next posture. Don't hold yourself out of a pose in anticipation of what's next. Allow yourself to take this left side with the same engagement, integrity, and depth of breath. Right foot stays on the mat. Inhale, the left leg comes up halfway. Hips are even. We're lifting through that left inner thigh, squeezing muscle to bone, really engaging and working the legs a little bit more than you want to, pressing evenly through the hands. Inhale. Exhale, step it through near the left thumb. Anjaneyasana, low lunge, dropping that right knee down and taking a moment to allow the foundation of this posture to get set and solid. Once you feel good in this left foot, pressing through all 4 corners, press down to lift you up into this low lunge. Hips are going slightly to the right, and from here, dropping diagonally forward towards that front heel. The heel is pressing down and pulling this left hip back. This right hip is coming forward. Hands can be here on the knee, or arms can go up. Keeping the integrity of the posture, not dumping and dropping forward, almost keeping this core focused and pulled in. We're wanting the depth to come out of the hips and the legs. One more round of breath here. Really giving the body time to open up into the posture. We'll actually do one more. Really open it up. No rush to go anywhere else. As you exhale, the hands frame this foot and the knee comes back, taking now a supportive child pose. So keep the knees together, dropping the glutes onto the heels. And this can be a more traditional relaxed child pose, meaning the arms stay back as the torso falls on top of the thighs. Couple rounds of breath here, letting everything be soft and heavy. The rest is just as important as the work. It's the beauty of this yoga practice is we engage and then we soften. We strengthen and then we open. One more round of breath here. Beautiful. Start to walk the torso up and forward again. Hands come forward, followed by the left foot back into this low lunge. And from here, getting ready for runner. So lift that back knee. We're on the ball of that right foot. Set your foundation, squeeze everything to the center line, and press down so much that everything lifts up into crescent lunge. I like to rock up and down on the ball of this back foot. Once I'm high on that foot, that's when I drop forward into this front knee. Inner thighs are squeezing together, lifting the back thigh, pressing down with this front heel. Hands at the waist or hands up as we sink and settle into this crescent on the left side. Use your breath to calm down your thoughts, your muscles. You're stronger than you think. It's just yoga. One more round of breath. Inhale here. Your exhale brings your fingertips down on the ground in front of this left foot. Start to inch them forward, so much so that that right leg goes up into the air, standing L. Dropping the right hip so it's in line with the left, but lift through this right inner thigh. Think length here, so we're not going down over this left leg. We're actually thinking this half lift sensation in the spine. I know your left glute is talking to you. Stay for the one more inhale. Exhale, right foot meets the left. Forward fold at the front of the mat. Inhale, head goes up. Exhale, bend and bend the knees. Keep that bend as you inhale up to chair. Settle in as you exhale, shins and hips back. Toes are light, maybe lifting them off the mat. Squeezing the legs, thinking there's a band around the knees, so we're pulling this sensation of out with the knees, but in with the ankles, almost like screwing the feet into the mat. You've got it. Inhale. And exhale, push down to straighten up and back into, once again, a baby back bend. Think up and over rather than like dumping back. And it's just enough to open up the hip flexors, nothing crazy here. Should feel good. Keep those legs strong and steady to open up the heart. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, hands down through the heart and to the side. Beautiful. We'll play with balance and then we'll bring this down to the mat. Starting on the right side, so pressing the left foot down and solid into the mat. Right knee comes up into the chest. Feel all the shakes and wobbles, and from here, interlace your fingers and really pull that right knee in towards the chest. This may be enough, or you can start to play with grabbing the bottom of the foot, maybe the big toe, the edge of the foot, grabbing something and just opening the knee out to the side. Grabbing the knee here is totally fine. Left arm can come out and maybe looking to the left. Keep squeezing that left leg, bring everything back towards center, and now we'll play with twisting a little bit. Again, you can have the big toe, you can have the edge of the foot, or the knee. Whatever you have, switch your grip, so now the left side, the left hand is holding onto the right. From here, this might be enough of a twist, or begin to twist open towards the right. Keep squeezing those inner thighs energetically together, twisting open. Make your way back towards center, nice and slow. Keep that knee in for one more round. And exhale, drop it down. Close the eyes, try not to move. Allow that all to flush out. Feel the sensations. Beautiful. Other side. Pressing down now through the right foot. The left knee will come in towards the chest. Feel the difference in balance. Find something not moving to look at. Interlacing the fingers over this left knee and pulling it into the chest a little bit more. Get some compression into that hip, and from here, you can grab onto the big toe with the left hand or the knee. Whatever you grab onto, begin to open the knee out to the side. Maybe the right arm comes out, and maybe look to the right. Knowing that if you fall or shake and wobble, it means you're trying, you're having fun. It's just balance. It's just balance. Come back towards the center and getting ready for that twist. So now the right hand will either grab the knee, the edge of the foot, something on this leg. From here, you could stay here, there's already a twist going on, or you can begin to open up towards the left side now. Keep squeezing those inner thighs together. I know your right glute is talking to you. Keep pressing down with that foot. One more round of breath here. Nice and slow, make your way back towards center. Stay for just one more moment. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And drop it down, arms down, close the eyes, find stillness. Come back to your breath, letting go of whatever just happened on either of those sides. If there's judgment or criticism, please let that go. View all the shakes and wobbles and falls, if you had them, as an opportunity for learning and fun. It's just yoga. All right, let's bring this down to the mat. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold. Deepest, slowest exhale yet. Inhale, head goes up. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to a plank. Stay for the inhale. Exhale, press back, down dog. Coming into pigeon, so inhale, the right leg goes up. Exhale, knee to the right wrist, toes over to the left, dropping everything down and scooting that back leg back, arriving into pigeon. You're welcome to stay upright, or you can begin to fall forward towards the mat onto the forearms or the forehead. If this doesn't work in your hips or your knees, or you just want a different option, come down onto your back. The left foot is planted. You can cross the right ankle over the left knee, pressing away with the right hand into the right thigh. And that might be enough, or you can thread the needle, pull it through, keeping the shoulder blades and the hips heavy on the mat, finding what works in your body today. Whatever option you choose to take, stay there for about 7 to 10 breaths. Really giving the body a chance to open up into the posture. Soften your jaw. Relax your shoulders. And know that this is a bit touchy, a bit intense of a pose, simply because we hold so much in our hips. Unprocessed emotion, sensitive memories. There's a lot that we hold on to in this emotional junk drawer, so they get tight. They get closed off. They get protective. Use these last 3 rounds of breath or so to soften the right hip, the muscles surrounding this space. And deepen your inhale, bringing the breath all the way down into the hip. And as you exhale, sink a little bit deeper, letting go of whatever's no longer serving you. One more round here. Beautiful. If you're on your back, make your way towards a tabletop posture. If you're forward in this normal pigeon, start to press up, making our way towards tabletop. So keep scooting up so much. It's a funky transition, but basically arriving in a tabletop. And then lift that right leg behind you. So we're in a 3-legged tabletop. Take some ankle circles here, maybe lowering and lifting this right leg, or maybe taking some hip circles, just flushing that out. Eventually, this right foot will come out to the side of the mat, pressing down through the pinky edge so the foot is flat on the mat. Rock forward and back here. Just a different way to flush out whatever was going on in that hip. Beautiful. Come back to normal tabletop. That right foot and knee come in. Inhale, pull the heart forward, get some depth. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Take a moment to bend and straighten the legs. And now we'll take it on the left side. Inhale, the left leg goes up. Exhale, knee towards the wrist, toes over to the right, dropping that leg down and bringing that right leg back. You're welcome to stay upright, or you can begin to come down onto the forearms, allowing the heart space to soften towards the mat as we get into this left hip. If you're wanting something different, make your way back onto your back. The right foot will plant so the left ankle can cross over that knee. Using the left hand to push away the thigh. That might be enough, or if you want some more, you can thread the needle as long as the hips are heavy. If we pull this knee in and our shoulders are off and we're all stressed and tense, just keep it down. We care about integrity and breath. Remember, if your breath is getting choppy or shallow, maybe you've gone too deep. Allow yourself to do less, and definitely in yoga, doing less is more. So find the version of pigeon that works on this left side. Stay there for a good few breaths. The left side of our body is the feminine side. Maybe this side feels a little calmer, or maybe this side feels a little more intense. Whatever it is, relax your temples, soften them. Relax the muscles surrounding this left glute and left hip. Allow the body to be heavy as it drops into the posture. About 3 more rounds of breath here. One more, your deepest, slowest round yet. If you're on your back, again, come back to that tabletop, make your way. If you're forward, begin to press up through the arms, making your way to tabletop. So maybe scooting that back knee in, that left knee will meet the right. Lifting it up into the air, 3-legged tabletop, and taking whatever movement feels good, maybe lowering and lifting the leg, those hip circles, pressing down through the hands, giving yourself the space to flush out that left side. This time, the left leg will come out in line with the right knee, pressing solidly through that left foot so that all 4 corners are planted on the mat or on the space around your mat. Rock forward and back, getting into that inner thigh a little bit. Coming back to tabletop, that knee and leg come in. Inhale, pull the heart forward. Feel all that space in the spine. Exhale, tuck the toes, press back for our last down dog. Noticing the difference between this last and the first down dog. It's probably, most likely, going to be very subtle differences. A little bit more space in the back of the legs. A little bit more strength in the arms. But poco a poco, little bit by little bit, is how we grow and expand in this practice. It's just like the growth of a tree. Nice and slow, inching closer towards the sky as we also establish deeper and stronger roots. Finding more steadiness, more security in the strength and engagement of the postures. It's what allows the breath to deepen, the muscles to open, connect more with the internal experience. If all that's too woo-woo, get in a good stretch and you're making time for you and yourself. Whatever you come to your mat for, as long as you're here, that's what counts. Alrighty, walk the feet forward to meet the hands. Big toe mounds come together. Come up onto the tippy toes and drop the seat onto the heels. You can stay here, maybe compressing head to the knees, or play with balance. Toe stand, lifting the torso, maybe hands to the heart. Just a little stretch in the bottom of the feet. Or breathing into your back if you're compressing in. And from here, however you want to get there, plopping down into your seat, and we'll take diamond pose to begin to close things out. Soles of the feet come together, and this can be more like a diamond, so it doesn't need to be super tight. This bound angle, press the soles of the feet together, hands on the shins, begin to pull your spine forward. Pelvis is tipping forward. If this already feels like a lot and we're feeling the pelvis tipping back and the spine is curving, sitting up on a block or a pillow, a couple books, that's perfect to give some more space between the hips and the pelvis. Or you can always bring fingertips behind you and use that to push the spine forward. Wherever we are, we just want to get some opening into these inner thighs. 1 or 2 more rounds of breath here. Knowing that as we slow down the physical practice, the mind likes to pick up the pace. If you notice yourself getting whisked away with thoughts, come back to your breath, come back to your body. Alrighty, knees come in, legs go out long, rolling down onto our back. Take a brief pause in Shavasana. All that means is arms out long, legs are relaxed and long and heavy. Knowing that we'll be coming back to this posture briefly. And this is where we're heading. Let's do a twist to close this out, and then we'll come back. Keep the left leg long, pull the right knee in towards the chest. Rock it side to side. Feel all the nooks and crannies of that right hip. Tuck the chin to lengthen the back of the neck. And we'll be taking this over to a spinal twist. I like to drop the right leg, and scoot my hips slightly to the right so my hips are in line with my shoulders as I twist up and over with this right leg towards the left. Arms can come out long like capital T, ideally keeping this right shoulder glued to the mat. So if that means I have a less twist, I'd rather have the integrity there than like reaching this right leg towards the mat and my right shoulder's off. We want space in the collarbones and the heart space, and the twist comes from there. Find your depth, and gaze can stay towards the ceiling or drop it over to the right. 2 or 3 rounds of breath in this twist. Keeping them intentional and deep. 1 more round. Use your core to bring the right knee back up towards center. Resituate your hips. If you push them over, allow the right leg to go long. Pause for a moment. Let the blood flow return after all that compression. From here, the left knee will come in towards the chest, rocking it side to side, flossing into this left hip joint 1 final time. Getting ready for that spinal twist, maybe planting the foot and scooting the hips a little bit to the left from up in here, from here up and over with the left leg. Left shoulder is glued to the mat. Heart space is open. Breathe all the way down the spine. 2 more rounds of breath here. Maybe dropping the gaze to the left if that feels okay in your neck. Once you feel balanced, that left knee will return to center, getting the hips back in line with the shoulders and letting that left leg go long. This is where we will stop and pause. So get out all your final fidgets, adjust your clothing, lengthen the legs a little bit more, letting the toes fall to the side, arriving for good in Shavasana. This is it. This is why we practice. We move, we engage, we strengthen, and then we open. We create flexibility. We create space, balance in the body, so we can arrive in this pose where we let go of the body. We let go of time. We let go of environment. Letting go of the external briefly so we can hopefully connect with more of the internal. And all that means is allow the body to be still, allow the body to be heavy. Let go of the intentional breathing. And ideally, bring your awareness into the sense of calm and peace, gratitude and love that exists inside you. You might notice your thoughts are pulling your awareness away. Anytime you notice it, just come back. Ask yourself to not miss out on these few brief moments of Shavasana. I'll let you know when it's time to come out. Settle in. Peace, peace, peace. Bring your awareness back to the room, back to your body. The weight of your calves, glutes, and shoulders, the beating of your heart, the in and out of your breath in your lungs. Slowly bring some movement into your fingers and your toes, reawakening. Maybe knocking the head side to side. Waking up, but holding on to the peace and calm you've cultivated out of that shavasana. Eventually the knees will come in towards the chest. Rolling over to one side, taking a brief pause in fetal posture. Head resting heavy on the inner arm. This moment of surrender, that you arrived in it from strength and courage to show up to your mat. To be soft requires to be strong. And you showed up today, and you've cultivated that. Press up to a comfortable seat. Crisscross applesauce. Hopefully feeling a bit more openness in the hips. Space in the shoulders. Lengthen the spine. Anjali Mudra, palms come together, fingers in towards the sternum, heart space reaching up towards the thumbs, slight tuck of the chin, inhale deep, nice and slow. Exhale out the mouth. May the light and love in me grow, mirror, and expand the light and love in you, bowing forward, sealing the practice. Beautiful job. Again, my name is Sarah. It was great flowing with you. Pay attention to my YouTube channel. Plenty more videos coming. If you have any requests, feel free to leave me a comment. I'm always trying to create content that is what you're looking for. All that to say, I hope you leave your mat, whether it's morning time or bedtime, feeling a bit more open, peaceful, and calm. See ya.